Okay, so it's time to make a protein shake. So a good quick tip for you to save time is if you're going to be using a blender container such as this one, like in a Magic Bullet or a NutriBullet, something like that, what I recommend is go ahead and measure out 1 cup of your liquid and mark it with a pen or a marker, and then that way it will stay on there and you won't even have to get out a measuring cup. You can just fill it straight to the line, and that's 1 cup. So I start off with my liquid. For this shake, I'm using unsweetened chocolate almond milk. You can use regular almond milk, whatever flavor you want. I like mine extra chocolatey, so I'm using chocolate for today. So I have my liquid in there, and so now I'm going to start adding my ingredients. So I'm going to go ahead and put on my scale, put on my cup, press my tar button that zeroes out your scale, and I'm going to start adding my ingredients. So I'm going to start with my chocolate, Hershey's Cocoa, unsweetened. So I'm going to put in 5 grams. I just kind of sprinkle it in there. So that's 3, 4. Once it gets closer, you just kind of go a little bit slower so you don't go over. Okay, so there's 5 grams. Oops, sorry. 5 grams. Go ahead and put the lid on. When you're adding your next ingredient, go ahead and press the tar button. That will go back and it will zero out when you add ingredients. So I press my tar button. I'm going to add in my scoop of protein powder. This is the brand that I use. You don't have to use this brand. You can use any protein powder that you like. Put in 1 scoop. And actually, you don't even really have to measure that on a scale because a lot of protein powders come with a scoop. So I just add 1 scoop as long as it's to the top. Press my tar button to go back to the zeroed. And if I was using this as a snack, I would probably, for my peanut butter, I would go ahead and use something like this. This is a peanut butter powder. You can get PB2 or you can also get PB Fit. I find this one at Sam's Club. So if I was using this as a snack, I would probably go with that just because it has less fat. But because I'm using this primarily as a meal to be more filling, I'm going to bulk it up. So I'm going to bulk it up with some peanut butter, some real peanut butter, because this has good, natural, healthy fats in it. With the powders are good, but they're less fat, so therefore it's good for a snack. But because I'm using this as more of a meal, I'm going to use my peanut butter. So I will show you how to do that. A good tip for when you want to measure things in a jar, go ahead and put your whole jar. So peanut butter, mayonnaise, anything that's in a jar. I will show you a quick tip. Instead of taking a tablespoon and trying to dig out every little bit of peanut butter on your tablespoon, which is impossible, I will show you an easier way to do this. So put your whole jar on, press your tar button. Now you're gonna see a negative number on your scale. That just means when it's a negative number, that is the weight that you took out of the container. So 1 serving is gonna be 2 tablespoons, which you go look on your nutrition label. You'll get used to looking at nutrition labels. It says 32 grams for 2 tablespoons. So what I'm going to do, make sure my scale is on 0. I'm going to take out until I get negative 32. So I scoop 1, that's 15. A little bit more, 24. A little bit more, 26, a little bit more, 30, 32. Move that so you guys can see. It says negative 32. It's flashing negative 32 at me. So that tells me that this is 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. So that is the easiest way to measure peanut butter or anything in a jar. So I'm going to go ahead and put this into my cup. I wish I would have known about this trick a long time ago when I used to try to measure out salad dressings or just anything where you had to get out a freaking tablespoon because you could never get it off the tablespoon. Okay, so there's our peanut butter. Go ahead and press your tire button to zero out the weight of what I just added to my scale. And the last thing I'm going to put in there is some oats. This will help to add fiber, and this is a good healthy carb, and it will help bulk it up. And it's to make you feel fuller. So I'm going to go ahead and look at this. Half a cup is 40 grams. I'm going to put the whole thing because I want to bulk this up as a meal. So it's 27 carbs, which is perfect. So I have my scale at 0, and I'm going to put in until my scale says 40 grams, which I could probably go a little bit more here. 33, 36, 37. Okay, getting closer. And it says 40. Okay, so that's it. And we're ready to put the lid on. Ready to blend it up. So now we are all done with our food scale. So I'm going to go ahead and remove my food scale, bring in my blender. I like to use the NutriBullet. You can use a big blender, you can use whatever, but I like to use the NutriBullet for shakes and stuff just because then I can drink it right out of this cup. So put my lid on, I'll kind of give it a quick shake, and we'll blend it. Eyeball it. One thing with this cup. Okay. And that is it. That is my Reese's peanut butter protein shake with added carbs in there just to make me feel fuller for a longer amount of time. So that's it.